How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another content for December Christmas movies. And on this one, I'm gonna talk about the Netflix film The Merry Gentleman, starring Chad Michael Murray, One Tree Hill, and oh my God, I'm forgetting her other name. Brett Robertson. There we go, Brett Robertson. Both of them have great chemistry in this movie, great on-screen chemistry. So this movie is about Ashley Davis, played by Brie Robertson, and she's a dancer on Broadway for Jingle Bells. She's been a dancer for Jingle Bells for 12 years. But then we saw in the first couple of minutes of the movie that she got replaced. She feels the company felt that they needed something new and fresh. So Ashley Davis, who performing, dancing has been her whole life has been surrounded by that. She's now stuck in the bubble. So she decides to go to where her parents live, which is Sycamore Creek. And when she arrives there, she meets Chad Michael Murray, who his character name is Luke. And in One Tree Hill, funny enough, his character name is Lucas Scott. So Luke is a carpenter, and his story is interesting because he moved to Sycamore Creek because of his ex-wife at the time, but she ended up leaving him. But Ashley finds out later on in the movie through Luke's friend Troy about what happened. So, but one of the things that I like about this movie is that Luke calls Ashley City Girl. Luke is not a fan, is not the biggest fan of people that live in the city like New York, etc. So I like that he calls her that. I like that the writer put that in the sense that he gave Ashley that nickname City Girl. So there's that, but the main point of the movie is that Ashley's parents' business, which is called the Rhythm Room, they're losing their customers, they're not making enough money, so they were threatened. Well, I would say that they're on the verge of losing their business because they have months without paying rent. And Ashley is determined to not let that happen. So by Christmas, she has to raise $30,000. And that's where she decides to create um she decides to create basically a male dance team of strippers named Merry Gentlemen. And Luke is the very first one to get recruited, surprisingly, and caught off guard by Ashley. Luke is not very comfortable dancing, but Ashley, she went from being a performer on stage to basically become a director, a stage director, and she basically convinced Luke to join, to do this for her family, for the rhythm room to stay alive. And sure enough, he takes the risk and he does it. Ashley did a tremendous job to put a team together in such a short notice, and it completely changed everything around. Customers started to come back to the rhythm room. They started to make more money. Everything was going great. The relationship between Ashley and Luca is going great. But then once again, she got offer later on to come back to the Jingle Bells and things like that, which put a lot of it put it, it made things very awkward, very tough for the male strippers, Luke and Ashley's relationship. But she realized that her heart is at Sycamore Creek, and it is not fully satisfied for her to do what she does if it's not with the people that she loves to be around with. So you could see in this movie that she grows and mature, and for the first time in her life, she decides that there's more to life than just being a Broadway dancer. So, but whatever she's gonna decide, she's gonna do it at Sycamore Creek while having a relationship with Luke and be surrounded by her family. I love the chemistry between Ashley and her big sister and her parents. It feels extremely authentic. So I love the acting. I love the setting, small town, great Christmas decorations. The dialogue is witty, is playful, is funny. At the same time, is heartwarming. There's some drama there as well. But this is a feel good movie, and I saw it twice. I liked it. Chad Michael Murray, I think he's a very good actor. He's very talented, and I've been following him since One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill has been a big part of my high school years. So anything with him in, I'm down to watch. And he does a good job in this movie. What else? What else? But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a good movie to watch for the holidays. And yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So my review from 1 through 5, I give it a 4.3 out of 5 stars.